G'day Brad, how you going?
I'm well, Eno. How have you been going? It's been a wet couple of months really.
It has been absolutely insane. I can't believe in the last couple of months how much rain that we've had and the effect that it's had on our footy community.
Yeah, well, as the competition manager for AFL North Coast, I certainly know there's been a lot of games that we've missed out on. The clubs have worked hard to keep their kids and senior players together, training, but it's been a little bit difficult. What have you been noticing when you talk to players?
Well, the thing I've noticed is that at the start of the season we had such a really exciting pre-season. There's a lot of kids that are involved in the pre-season, a lot of senior players as well, and we're really excited about starting the 25 this year's comp. But coming into round one, we had a great round, everything was going good, then the rain kicked in after round two, and I've noticed things have gone downhill.
What do you mean by downhill?
Well, just with the players' attitudes of having that excitement, being on that high to play, but not being able to play come Sunday when we get the message saying we're not playing. You know, just the general chit chat we have on our group talk about, you know, it's unfair, we want to play, and so many different ideas of, oh, can we play here? Can we do this? You know, just the kids really want to play footy and they're passionate about it, but we've just been, all our options have been cut off, and it's really brought the morale down, not only as a club but as an individual.
So when we have managed to get games, have you noticed that downhill trend all of a sudden get a spike?
Oh, for sure. When we got to play the other week at Milestrom, it was a bit of a makeshift field. We had a concrete cricket pitch in the middle. The oval wasn't really an oval, and sort of leading up to it, I wasn't feeling overly confident. But once I got down there, I seen the under-10s running around having a great time. The parents with the coffee van there. It just was so uplifting and really, really exciting. And I just couldn't believe, just after that one day of sunshine and football, how the morale with the kids, the families, the spectators, and the umpires.
Yeah, I certainly enjoyed the run around. What I felt like, I don't know if you feel it's something similar, is that by not playing, by not training, by not being interactive with other humans, with our friends, and being able to see them at the footy, it feels almost like COVID. Like the restrictions aren't there. We can always ring up people and call them and pop over and see them, but there's just that lack of contact that I think we as humans need. Do you agree?
Oh, I totally agree. And I also find with not being able to train as well, that also makes it hard, because I know the kids, you know, they've come from different schools, they get the training, and me as a coach, sometimes it's hard to get them focused because they're interacting about what happened at school and their girlfriends or boyfriends and all that sort of stuff. And it's not just getting out in the ground and kicking a footy, it's that general chit chat and, you know, banter that the people have together. I think they were sort of lacking over these last few weeks.
So more footy equals a better positive attitude for everyone.
I totally agree, and I guess it's not just footy; it's any sport, you know, and children, adults coming together and just having that connection, and that's what I think football's so good is bringing community together.
And then I suppose really the next question is what do we do if we're not having that connection? Are there strategies that we might be able to put in place just to have that connection between people?
Well, I think it's, and one thing I always say, you know, as an ambassador with Lifeline is connection. Pick up the phone, have that conversation. We've got plenty of tools now on our phone. We've got Snapchat, we've got video, what they call it, video talks, Zooms.
It's called TikTok and Instagram, mate. I'll teach you about it one day.
No worries, that'll be good. Yeah, I still have trouble just text messaging at times. But yeah, I think just remember that, you know, just get out, have that conversation and ask your mates how you're going, what's going on, you know. So I think that's pretty important.
Absolutely. And another thing we can do together, just looking at your arms, they might need some work. Is there something we can do to work on that and also work on just being together as a group? Yeah,
definitely. So this year, AFL North Coast and Lifeline are coming together, and we're going to challenge everyone in the North Coast AFL community to do the 2025 push-up challenge. Now it is 3,412 push-ups over a month, which, okay, it sounds like a tough thing, but a lot of people out there are going through tougher challenges at the moment. So I think it's a really good incentive for the AFL North Coast to get on board, challenge yourself, challenge your teammates, challenge other clubs. Now I think you're saying there's about 70 clubs in our area.
70 teams, yes.
70 teams to all get on board, challenge each other. Under 17s challenge the under 17s, and really make something of it. And it's almost like a restart of our season again. We've only played 2 rounds, so let's have a pre-season, what you could call a pre-season, with this push-up challenge. Challenging each other, challenging the other clubs, and also challenging yourself. I think it's a really good initiative to get fit and have another crack at our season.
There's an app for it. You're saying within this app we can measure how many push-ups everyone's doing, and we can have a team from Port Macquarie checking out how many push-ups they've done compared to a team in Woolgoolga at Northern Beaches Blues.
That's correct, yes.
Competition's
it's on. The competition is on, and it'll all be under the AFL North Coast. And there will be a prize. We're not sure what at this stage, but there will be a prize at the end for the club who actually has come out with the most push-ups. Now, the thing about the challenge, you don't just have to do push-ups. If you're not a confident push-up person like yourself is,
speak for yourself, Anna. Yes.
you can do sit-ups, you can do squats, and it's not as if you have to do 200 or 300 push-ups every day. Throughout the app, it changes each day. So I think on the first day, it's 150 push-ups. And on that app, it will give you a bit of a tip, about your own mental health and awareness. And then the next day, it may be 43 push-ups. So it varies throughout the day with different tips and ideas so to help you manage your own mental health and assist with other people's mental health as well.
Might have to get the umpires involved.
I reckon the only thing, we can't let the umpires win though.
Okay. I don't think they would anyway, but we'll give it a crack.
Yeah, definitely. So I'd like to see all clubs throughout the North Coast get on board. As I said, challenge yourself, challenge your teammates, and most of all, challenge the other clubs, and be on top of the ladder at the end of the month.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It will be. I think my arms are hurting already.